Hi, my name is Bani. I'm a rising junior at Gunn High School, and this is my project, the hexapod robot with a crane modification. I chose this modification because it seemed like a pretty fun challenge, and it definitely was a challenge, but it did turn out to be fun, and now sort of trying to operate the crane is like a game. Um, for the demo, I'm going to be demonstrating my crane and how it works. So here is, first of all, this potentiometer on the remote. This potentiometer controls the turntable and sort of which direction the crane is facing. So we're going to try to pick up this hoop over here. So I'm going to rotate the crane so that it's in line with the hoop. The second thing are these buttons which control the crane arm. So by pushing one button, I can make the crane arm go down. By pushing the other one, I can make it go up. I'm gonna make the crane arm go a bit lower. And the third thing is this joystick, which controls the winch. So now, using these three functions, I can hopefully pick up this hoop. Ooh. Okay, that's a bit too far. Again, like I said, it's kind of a game trying to get all the controls right where they need to be and all the functions right where they need to be. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, I think, yep, that's hooked. Okay. So then once I hook it, I could just bring it back up. And yeah, that's my payload. So again, like I said, it's really fun to operate. However, I did have some challenges building this. My first challenge was actually designing the mount that is mounted on top of the hexapod, which allows me to have all these components on top of the hexapod. I designed it myself in the CAD software Onshape. I designed and 3D printed it myself. And the reason it was so challenging was because under all this, the hexapod is shaped like a hexagon. There are 4 slits which I needed to design legs for, and the hard part was making sure that all 4 legs were at the exact same angle and the exact same distance away from each other as they were on the hexapod. I did not get these measurements right the first time. It took me 7 tries before I got it all to fit. And then I was able to print out this mount, and I was able to put my crane and all the wiring and hardware on. Another challenge I had was the Bluetooth connection. So the remote and the crane are connected via Bluetooth. These are the Bluetooth modules here. To code this, I had to use a coding library. And this coding library actually ended up interfering with the library that I was using for the servo motors on the crane. So I ended up having to use a different library. However, I only found this out after a couple days of trying to figure out what was wrong with my crane and why it was twitching all the time. And those were pretty much my challenges. It wasn't an easy build. There was a lot of time-consuming components like 3D printed parts. I designed all of those by myself and printed those by myself. I did a lot of the wiring by myself, and a lot of the code with help from instructors I also did by myself. Um, as for what's next, I would combine these remotes, the hexapod remote and the crane remote, because at the moment they're 2 separate remotes which control 2 separate things. For our next steps, I would maybe like to combine them, and also I would just like to strengthen my crane in general and maybe have it be able to lift a heavier payload. Thank you.